Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Friday night Murtathon. And we're going to try and keep this a little short tonight. I seem to be failing at that lately. But the one thing I want to discuss is a curious individual or thing that has been appearing on um, various internet sites over the past 2+ years. This individual goes by the handle of PWSBUILDER. Now, the interesting thing about the username PWSBuilder is it's not really a name, it's a utility or course lesson, if you want to call it that. PWS Builder is used primarily by GoDaddy to teach people how to build websites. And it is used primarily by website builders. Now, PWS Builder only appears on timothycharleshomeseth.com. Um, and that they appear as a byline in most of the garbage that is put up over there. Now, nobody ever mentions PWS Builder. PWS Builder seen nowhere else but on Timothy Charles Homeseth. And so people have always wondered who or what PWS Builder is. Well, it would appear that PWS Builder is someone from over on the chans, either 4chan, 8chan, 8chun. Um, it's an individual that likes to do RPGs, role playing games, and they run around looking for random websites on which to troll. And interestingly enough, they decided they wanted to troll the Timothy Charles Homeseth social media. So the PWS Builder went and infiltrated the um, cult over there and has managed to virtually take the whole thing over. It's understood that PWS Builder controls all the social media sites over there: BitChute, Truth Social, uh, the blog, and a number of other places that Tim Homeseth used to reside. So the question then becomes, what happened to Tim Homeseth? Well, Tim Homeseth has not appeared on the internet in any form in around the last 2 years. Now, there have been times when the selfies are rolled out of him in front of buildings and signs and things of that nature, always putting up his little butt. But that is a controlled environment. He doesn't say a word. You don't hear him audio. You only see writing that people claim are his, especially by the Canadian agent who seems to be his biggest supporter. And uh, there has been the possibility that Mr. Homeseth may be a victim of the Stockholm Syndrome. And the reason for this is that if Homeseth is in such a controlled environment where he cannot go where he wants, do what he wants, and be seen where he wants, then he is in a situation similar to this. Somebody is controlling everything he says and does. And he seems to have given in to this situation, is not fighting it. And so there's a genuine possibility that Tim Homeseth is suffering from Stockholm Syndrome, that he would not or could not break free of his captors, if you want to call them that. Um, so, what do we do about this? Well, basically, we don't do anything. Um, because what is happening is Tim Homeseth is on a path of self destruction. There's a possibility he may get arrested for a felony because he's violating the um, orders of the um, order of protection out of Florida. Hello, Sirin. I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome. It's not going to be a very big showing tonight, but I expected that. This is a weekday, and I don't draw much of a crowd. Anyway, getting back to Mr. Homestead, there's been some weirdness going on over there, where they're saying that somebody tried to murder Field McConnell, somebody engaged in waterboarding, and all this nonsense. And it is said that the kooky Canadian has called uh, county sheriff down there in Wisconsin and demanded a investigation be made into an attempted murder. Well, their job will be fairly easy because Field McConnell, whom the individual is that was supposed to be having this attempted murder by, is in the Mayo Clinic. And thus, the sheriff would have no problem going and talking to him. There'd be nobody around to keep him restrained or anything like that. And they could find out that there is no murder attempt, at least not by the people that are accusing that of being the case. I would suggest that maybe the Canadian uh, crazy needs to be investigated herself. Um, Number one, for making false police reports, and number two, she may be behind a plot to do something in order to silence Bill McConnell, because Bill McConnell, once he gets rehabilitated, which should be in a week or two, he is going to go back on the air. And people like the Canadian crazy agent and PWS Builder are not looking forward to that. And thus, we have this rather intense smear campaign going on. Uh, I am part of this campaign. I'm being hit with all kinds of nonsense. And so are other people that have absolutely nothing to do with anything. There's the fake story about this nude woman running around videotaping herself in the house. Um, the subject in hand, she goes by Butterfly, said, "No, I did not strip naked and go running around the house naked." It's an absolute lie. And it is definitely a lie because the video has not been produced. Um, and it's never going to be produced because it doesn't exist. Whatever is on said video would be something other than a naked woman running around the house, unless they go and they come up with a fake video, which is more than likely they've done it in the past. Um, so what? So what are we to gain from this? Well, this is basically to get people looking in the other direction and not look in a direction where we should be looking, and that is the trial of Neely Blanchard, which is coming up in less than a month. Um, when that trial starts up, certain information is going to come out. The defense is going to use a defense that Neely Blanchard was influenced by outside forces to commit the murder. And she is going to say that Chris Hallett is a fraud, that he deceived her, that he did not go through with his promises, and that she basically killed him to stop him from doing this with somebody else. It's already a fact. It's been published by several media outlets, including this one. I have produced the audio tape of her interview with both the FBI and law enforcement in um, Georgia. And there is stuff in the um, discovery that indicates that Neely Blanchard has, for lack of a better word, confessed to killing Chris Haley. Now they're over there screaming conspiracy theory that Chris Halleck was assassinated, that he almost found something of a big deal, and that's why he was assassinated, and that's patently false. Uh, it's just a circus that's being run by these people in order to gain revenue. The tens of thousands of dollars that are coming in to the various GoFundMe sites being run by those people around Homestead. And, we have the drive for the $40,000 car, living expenses, expenses to try and contact Trump directly, and so on and so forth, which is obviously stupid because people have seen Timothy Charles Homestead's resume in that he has this close contact with the president through an intermediary, and he has contacted and talked to the former first lady. So there was no need for an $8,000 to $10,000 stipend to try and talk to Donald Trump. All he has to do is pick up the phone and give him a call. That is, if what he is saying is the truth, which it is absolutely not. So, why do these people believe everything that's out there? Well, it's because they are easily fooled. They are easily scammed. They are incredibly gullible people. They came along to begin with because of QAnon. These people all fell hook, line, and sinker for QAnon. So when this highly organized propaganda campaign came along starring Timothy Charles Homestead, it was not difficult for PWS Builder to work the crowd, so to speak, and talk these um, gullible people into believing that Tim is the number one investigative reporter on the internet, which he isn't even close. He's more closer to zero in that category. And normal people who use common sense would see that Holmeseth is blatantly lying, that nothing he is saying is true, and that everybody is being made fool of. I have to keep checking this because there's a switch on here I might hit accidentally. So, this is where we stand. We have Mr. Holmeseth not on the internet at all, period. He is basically someone that is caught up in the equivalent of a Stockholm syndrome. He is being manipulated, he is being controlled, he is being told what to do, when to do, and how to do it. And all this protesting and whining by these people on Telegram and elsewhere is not going to change that. And, I just find it strange that a good portion of the population falls for this nonsense. That someone can come along with a fancy looking website and, magic words and splashy graphics and so forth, and actually convince people of things that simply are not true. And that's what's going on with this stuff over on BitChute and on Tim Homeseth's blog and on his so Truth Social and so forth. Now, remember, Tim Homeseth came out years ago, or a long time back, saying that the blog, the um, BitChute channel, the Telegram channel, and other places are not him. People are writing about him as if it were him. And he said that the only way that anyone could be doing this stuff with his permission is that they would have to have a form, authorization, whatever he called it, that would allow them to write on his behalf. Nobody has produced that yet. Maybe the challenge will come after they see this live stream and say, well, we better do that in order to prove Mert's a liar. You know, this stuff always happens after I bring it up. But they are continuing with the Whitey Boulder nonsense. They're saying that this blog or this live stream that has a total of 8 people on it right now and not a single person is chatting has this big influence over the internet and over the case, and that I'm part of this big operation to cover all this worldly stuff up. And that is probably the dumbest and stupidest claim that anyone could make on the internet, that I have anywhere near that kind of influence, then I am some kind of secret agent man that is able to do all this stuff. And um, I don't know. I just, at this point, I'm pretty stymied as to what to do next. But what we're going to have in the near future is the discovery coming out, the new batch of discovery coming out regarding the Nellie Blanchard case. Um, I expect it sometime next week or maybe the week after. But once I get it, go through with it, I'm going to start presenting it. And there are some interesting things that are going to be in this new discovery: conversations, transcripts, all sorts of interesting items that are coming out. So you'll want to um, stay tuned for that, because uh, it's going to be kind of, I'm hoping it's going to be interesting and all that. And I think with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, because I really don't have that much to report. Um, the trial is still on track to go forward near the end of June. The defense attorney has notified the court that he is going to be doing trials in Tampa, so he does not want to have to come into court for any pre hearing before, I believe, the 23rd of June. And so he's been excused uh, for that. And I have not checked into, there was the one case that accidentally came into my discovery files that is in Lake County, and I have not checked to see how that case came out. It is more than likely he has been sentenced to something, because they had entered into a plea bargain, and all that the hearing was supposed to be about is what kind of sentence he was going to get. So when I get that information, I will let everybody know. But with all of that, I believe I'm going to call it, and going to wish everyone a good weekend. I may or may not be on tomorrow night. It's looking like I probably will not. Um, we got, yeah, Here we go. We got the fake infiltrated by truth in here. Infiltrated by truth. Two things here. First of all, you're a fake. The real infiltrated by truth has said that you are a fake. You don't exist. And besides that, uh, we didn't make a deal. And yeah, you can continue to call me Whitey all you want. Matter of fact, uh, there's a new account you may want to check out. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Everybody needs to go over and subscribe to this. And when I bring it up here, I'm gonna describe what this is. Um, okay, you caught me in the last second there. I almost was gonna sign off there, infiltrated, but you decided to come along and give me some entertainment. So I'm going to give you entertainment. Um, I would encourage everybody to go over to this account and visit this account because things with Mr. Dead Guy are going to be picking up here pretty soon. Um, the dead guy is going to have a lot to say on Twitter, and the dead guy is going to have a lot to say elsewhere. So you may want to go ahead and you may want to go subscribe to Mr. Dead Guy, and there is going to be absolutely no restrictions on who subscribes to the Dead Guy. Anybody can subscribe, you're not going to be blocked. Um, kind of hard for a dead guy to do, but the dead guy is going to be there to um, give everybody some truth. Right now, he has 2 followers, so Mr. Dead Guy would really like some extra company. So, uh, yeah, just for a minute or two, I want to see uh, the fake infiltrated by truth came in here. And so I'm going to see if the fake infiltrated by truth has anything to say or whether they're going to get scared off by hearing about the dead guy. I would suspect that Mr. Dead Guy is going to be introduced to Telegram in fairly soon. And we're going to have a little fun with Mr. Dead Guy. Oh dear. Well, I'll try and put Mr. Dead Guy somewhere where he's not on Twitter. We're working to see where we can put Mr. Dead Guy. Because we got, not too many dead guys get to talk on social media. I mean, we've got some people that have been resurrected, like JFK Jr. and um, McAfee and a couple of other people. So I decided Mr. Dead Guy needs a turn at this wheel. And so Mr. Dead Guy will be making his debut here shortly. But in the meantime, um, we'll go on with the way we have. Because, trying to figure out how to get dead people on the internet is kind of hard. But we're working on it. A dead guy, he has all the time in the world. So he's a very patient fella. Uh, so whatever you do, go over to Dead Guy, uh, follow him, read his tweets and so forth. And Mr. Dead Guy will be tweeting more often, and he's probably going to migrate to some other social media. And when he gets over on the other social media, he will let everybody know and so forth. Well, infiltrated by Truth Punisher. Well, I never had much of an audience to begin with. 11 people, that's about the number. And the dead guy will probably beat me out because he's more famous than I am. So, you ought to go over to Twitter and check out the dead guy. He's going to be ready to. Who was Fulvliga? When did you say Fulvliga? Never heard of Fulvliga. Oh, boy, that was quick. She, instant. We went from this to this, from this to this. Instant typo saving. How did you say, Phil? I mean, this is breaking news. Infiltrated. How did you say, Phil? Yeah, I thought it was Canadian bacon over there that saved Phil. Oh, that's all right, Jolly. She wants to make a fool of herself. She's more than free to do so. Because we'll get infiltrated over there on Telegram will say, "Oh no, that's not me. That's Mert pretending to be me," or one of the people pretending to be me. That's the way these things usually go. Even though it's just highly coincidental that things are quiet over on Telegram. So I guess infiltrated has decided. Well, you won't get. I don't have any mods. Laurie lost her hammer for some reason, and I can't think of who else uh, would have banned you. You've been told not to come here, but you're not banned from Twitter. The dead guy uh, will be happy to see you over there. So if you wanna talk unfeathered with no banning, go over on Twitter and talk to the dead guy. Uh, I put the link up there. So there you go. You can go talk to the dead guy. And let's see who chimed in here. My regular. Oh, I mean, shoot. I think I got the regular on the other phone. I'm gonna have to see if I can bring her up on the other one here. See what the. Oh, Jolly! I didn't know you still had a hammer. Uh, but I was gonna go off the air, but all of a sudden things started getting active, and I figured, well, let's see what we got here. Infiltrator said in Discord that Jolly keeps banning her from your chat. Well, that's probably true, um, because she's not even going to say. Well, why don't you ask Paula and Sherry yourself? I'm not a messenger for those two. I don't keep in daily contact with them. As a matter of fact, I rarely have any contact with them. So Paula is the main person when it comes to field. So I would go talk to them. I mean, unless you're scared to. Um, but I don't have any inside information about Paula or about Sherry. So, but it's infiltrated was told a long time ago not to come in here, but she comes in anyway. So, Operation says, Phil, my Timothy says, chilling. No, well, that's false statements, but um, you're brainwashed just like the rest of you people over on Telegram. Timmy's not capable of saving anything because he's in lockdown. He's, um, victim of the Stockholm syndrome. Um, right here. This is Timmy because Timmy is nowhere to be seen on social media. He is down and out. And, what? And they are losing people over there. If you were to compare the stream on Telegram, say a year ago to today, and you would notice that there are a lot of names missing over there. Whole bunch of people are missing from over there. And so, it's. Let me get this. Kathy Michelle wants me to leave Randy and go to live in Canada with Alex K. Well, Timmy can't do that. He can't get a passport. So he's not going to Canada unless he does it illegally. And I don't think he wants to go to Canada anyway. And I don't think PWS Builder is going to let him go to Canada. So, it's this situation of, um, well, Soviet citizens are dumb to begin with. Mert fears my Timmy. No. I'd challenge Timmy to meet me in person. You know, I'll meet him outside the state of Florida. And he can have as many bodyguards with him as he wants. But he won't do it. He's too much of a coward. Plus PWS Builder won't let him meet anybody. Uh, PWS Builder has instructions out that Timothy Charles Homeseth is to remain confined until he's no longer useful. And I wonder what will happen on the day when PWS Builder has no more use for Timothy Homeseth. When Timothy Homeseth is no longer useful to his role playing game, no longer useful for getting money, and so on. Well, I don't know why they're deleting their comments because the comments are recorded. So they remain on my board here. Even if they get deleted, it'll be on the recorded version. So plus they get screenshotted anyway. But um, I just find it interesting that these people pay so much attention to me and this small chat. Normal people would look at this kind of obsession and wonder what the deal is. Why people like this fake infiltrated by Truth Punisher comes over here and trolls the board. And, they do all this nonsense over on Telegram. But again, it's this PWS Builder that is behind all of this. That this is a person, nobody talks about PWS Builder. That name doesn't get mentioned. It doesn't get discussed. You don't see PWS Builder making any independent comments. And PWS Builder's name doesn't appear on BitChute, True Social, Telegram, nowhere. It's only on the blog. And this is a sign that this is another one of these crazy things that gets pulled by people over on the dark web that come in get themselves in a leadership position and are control everybody like puppets. There, he is a puppeteer, and yeah, they go after me all the time. It's funny, and they think that by referring me to Whitey Bulger is going to change me or make me angry or what. I'm not used to it. I think it's stupid, and it's gonna backfire on them because they're getting increasingly aggressive. Um, and if they are going to law enforcement with stuff, oh, we have another fake in here. We have this command post. It must be infiltrated, must have changed their name. And, gotta come in here and troll. They haven't, nothing's going on over on any of their social media right now. Absolutely nothing. They are posting all this conspiracy bullshit. And so now they have nothing going on. So they got to come over here and troll this board. And then IBT will get on there and say, oh, these people are not, um, well, where is Dodger Stone, Fireman John Lebo? Well, maybe they have a life off the internet. I mean, it's unlike you people that are on the internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with this malarkey. And you have nothing, no interest on the outside at all. And you come into this chat because you got nothing else to do. Nobody wants you, so you come over here. I don't require people to come in here. I don't sit down and say, okay, let's have roll call. Who is all here? These people are free to come and go. I don't operate a cult like PWS Builder does. Yes, he does. It's Timmy that doesn't work. Timmy can't work because he is controlled. Timmy is a victim of the Stockholm syndrome. And what is your obsession with Levi anyway? I mean, why do you care what Levi does or does not do? This is again, you people are incapable of minding your own business. You have to go around and troll other people's boards because you're desperate to get attention. You can't do anything on your own. I mean, what have we got going over on Telegram? Let's boom. I know you've been talking an awful lot about me the past couple of weeks. Seems to be every article that you put over there. Let's see. Infiltrated by Truth. It's got two. I wonder if the witch has a resume. I'd like to see her employment history. And some prod by the Orchid Enterprises. Jason Abdel, whoever that is. So that's all that's going on. And there she goes posting about Levi again. Boy, what is this obsession? I wonder if this is Astro. Because Astro seems to be the only one interested in Levi. And yeah, I agree with you, Jolly. I mean, this nut has a thing to do with underwear. And we have another troll. Silly Sus is interested in underwear. Wow, you guys are really pulling out all the stops tonight. What's going on over on Telegram? It's nothing over there. Well, what can I say? This is proof, though. This is proof these people have nothing, because if they had a lot to do and they had things important to do, they wouldn't need to be over here. When did I move to Apopka? Well, see, the thing of it is Whitey is dead. But tell you what, if you wanna ask Whitey some questions, why don't you go over to Twitter and talk to Whitey? He's kind of lonely over there. Yeah, and I'm sure dead guy would answer all your questions for you. Yeah, silly sus. And let's see what comes up with. Oh, I can't. Oh, they don't do it. Sally Sus deals in alternative realities here. They're living a fantasy. Uh, I guess that drug that they're all on, that maybe they're the ones eating babies and doing that weird chemical that's hard to pronounce. So they all came over here tonight. Poor dead guy, he's awful lonely over there. Nobody will go follow him yet. Please, anybody that has a Twitter account, go over and follow the dead guy. He needs the company. We need to build him up because he's got a lot to say. We're gonna keep that up there for a while. Oh, they're asking about my air conditioner. Uh, why? You want to buy me one? I've got a PayPal account. You can send me the money to buy me an air conditioner since you want me so much. I'm not. Can't do it. Can't do it. Uh, Command post can't do it. Timmy has ruined any chances I have of getting a job. Walmart does background checks. You should know that. I've been told you about this. So I can't get a job at Walmart. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I'm not jealous of Randy. I'm not the least bit concerned with that idiot. You know. I see command posts. I see you support adultery. See, this is yeah, poor command post hasn't got anything to talk about over on Telegram. Uh, see, nothing yet over there. No, you do. You support Donald J. Trump, correct? If you support Donald J. Trump, you support adultery. As far as adultery, I don't really give a damn what people do. It's none of my business. People want to run around getting side chicks or side gentlemen. That's not my problem. I don't care what they do. But it seems to me a burr up your ass. Although you don't seem to mind Donald J. Trump banging away with different women. Even with his wife pregnant, the guy's banging another woman. And when lest we forget uh, about the porn star, that's adultery. So what are you gonna do? Hypocrite much? What happened to sushi? I guess sushi went away. Well, I don't know what Paul and Sherry's employment history out. I would suggest you ask them, or you could dox them. We could always talk about Cuckoo Bird up there in Canada and her employment history. Well, we changed the subject. You know, the guy's got 250 grand to pay a porn star for a blowjob, so that's why should I care what a fat billionaire does with his time? You don't seem to mind his adultery. You're whining about supporting adultery. I don't see you uh, questioning Donald Trump's adultery. That's kind of hypocritical, isn't it? You know, no, I don't. I don't wish I was him. You crazy? Oh, yeah, you are crazy. But, command post here with the trolling is showing that they don't have anything. Yeah, Mr. I'm not in the business of saving children. That's supposed to be Mr. Holmes's job. He's the one that claims to be the savior of children. I don't see him doing shit. Um, he's in hiding by orders of the um, PWS builder. And again, if you're so damn concerned about my air conditioner, why don't you buy me one? I have a PayPal account. About $500 will buy a nice air conditioner. So why don't go buy me one? You can order it on Amazon and have it sent to my house. Yeah, leave her alone. No, it's a crybaby that needs attention. And it's proven to the world how much of a hypocrite these people are, because they're coming in here and trolling the station is not saving one child, and they're not exposing any pedophiles or child traffickers or anything of that sort. They're simply running around trolling people they don't like, and goes over there and kisses the feet of a fake Tim Homeseth, and they have people over there making love on their cell phones to an image of Timothy, or talking phone sex to somebody that they're not even sure is Tim Homeseth. Got a really interesting group of people over there. And so I'm sitting over here, you know, perfectly content. Once I sign off from here, I'm probably going to go watch a little Netflix or something. Interesting shows on there. Hey, John, good evening. Welcome to the fun house. Uh, we got the trolls in here and kind of having fun. I was just about ready to sign off when these yo-yos showed up. So I figured, well, why not? Yeah. Latest rumor is that Kathy Michelle wants Timmy to leave Randy and go up to Canada to live with the crazy Canadian, even though he can't get a passport. I don't know. I think the crazy Canadian's a little old for him myself. Uh, Mert even. Well, here we go again with the underwear. Uh, again, silly. What does it matter? I mean, Astro, which is probably you, is obsessed with men's underwear. What is this deal? Well, Netflix is a little cheaper. Air conditioners run about $500. Netflix I get about $10 a month or whatever it is. So like I said, if you want to pay my bills, go ahead and do it. You seem to be awful concerned about whether or not I have an air conditioner, so why not buy me one? I mean, you're wealthy. I mean, you have all these escrows out there. You must be making a bunch of money off these escrows. So throw an air conditioner my way. Timmy can go out and beg for $40,000 cars and $8,000 a month expenses. So $500 for an air conditioner shouldn't be too much trouble. I mean, you've all doxed my name, my address, so you should be able to, mail me a damn air conditioner. Oh, we got a new one. What do we got here? Black market baby sales, attorney Kim Picazio lied. Oh man, we're getting closer to getting Tim Holmseth arrested for a felony. Uh, so let's see what we got over here. Bit crap. Nope. Where the hell's this showing up? It's not on here. Must be an old one again. Because it's not showing up on. Same one. This is an old one. This is PWS Builder at work again here. So yeah, let's see when this was made. July 25th, 2021. So PWS Builder is going back to July 20th, July 25th to bring out stuff because they haven't got anything new they can talk about. So they have to come up with all this stuff. But again, this violates the court order. So, let's keep it up. Let's get Timmy arrested for violating the court order. That'd be great. Yeah, because this will kick him up into a felony. Oh, boy. Yeah, we managed to extract almost an hour out of this. But again, to all the newcomers that came in, um, go visit the dead guy over on Twitter and sign up. He needs followers, and there's going to be more stuff coming up um, by the dead guy. It seems that Tim Holmseth wants to talk about the dead guy, and so the dead guys decided to come over to Twitter and other social media posts. And so we'll be seeing and hearing from the dead guy quite a bit. But we need people to go over on Twitter and sign up so that dead guy can have some more company. And dead guy will be on YouTube fairly soon. Not sure when, time is, he's got all the time in the world over there in the world of the dead. So it's a question of how long it takes him to come over here. Yeah, she could go ahead and go breathe underwater. That would be nice. But yeah, okay. This is weird. Now, how is how are we screwed because some guy was wearing white underwear? Um, I don't get that. Oh, what is this? What do I do at the airport? Well, I've explained this before, but I'm going to explain it again because people don't seem to understand this. See, there's a thing parked in an airport that's called an airplane, and people go to the airport to fly on airplanes. And people come into the airport on planes. So that's what an airport is for. It's to board an airplane. Uh, that clear enough? Yeah, I think it's silly. And to assume that I'm at the airport all the time is something else that's okay. I got to figure out what's going on here. Hold on, folks. I got a call. Hello. I'm on here. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I'll put it up. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay. I have had a call in request for uh someone to call in. So I am going to Let's see. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay. We are going to have a call in. And we sit patiently by, and oh, you bet you heard the voice. And you're going to hear it again as soon as she gets over here. I'm probably going to get 100 trolls coming after doing this, but I don't care. Yeah. This is somebody else that saved me from logging off. I was getting ready to log off again. Sky pilot. Actually, it's Field McConnell that's the pilot. Uh, okay. May have breaking news if this is the reason for this. I'll know in a minute. Uh, well, if you had been following things, you would understand that Field McConnell has been very ill. And right now, according to what I've seen on Telegram, he is in the Mayo Clinic undergoing tests. And Paula felt it was more important for Phil McConnell to get his health back than to go on the air. And so once Phil McConnell feels better, which should be soon, from what I understand, he is going to be back on the air. So, Mark, I would suggest, though, if you want answers regarding Field McConnell, you go to Paula because I don't have any contact with Field McConnell. I have no idea what's going on with him. All I see is what's on uh, Paula's account and when she does interviews with Field, and that's all I know. I cannot give you any independent information because I don't have any. But this thing about murder attempts and kidnappings and so forth is bullshit. You know, and the question we could ask here, Mark, is why hasn't Tim Holmseth gone live on camera? That kind of makes you go, Holmseth hasn't been live in camera for a long time. I do not defame Holmseth. He defames me. Everything I say about Holmseth is true. And he did know about me in 2009 because he knew me through radio news. See, it's rather convenient. Tim Holmseth deleted all of his YouTube videos and all the content over on Facebook. We didn't. We've got them in archive. And Holmseth started talking about me right after radio news started talking about him. And he just doesn't want to say that. Tim Holmseth is not in protective custody. He's got you brain dead people over on these other social media accounts. Okay, we have a call in, folks. Okay, you should be on the air.
Hi, Mert.
Hey, how's my favorite lady doing tonight?
I'm well. I see that I just popped in and saw that Randy is in chat. And I sent you something on Twitter in your DM.
I got it.
Okay, you can post
and
that.
I wasn't sure. I've been waiting to find out what to do with that information.
Okay. You can post it and I will reveal.
Okay, it's going to take a minute, but
that's okay. It's worth it.
Yeah, I know it's worth it.
Yeah.
I've been chomping at the bit about this one.
Yep. Because what's my saying? FAFO. They all cry at the find out part.
Fuck around and find out.
That
Nope.
is it.
All right, this is the wrong one. All right, let me. Why is it?
Yeah, I crossed out the address that I did this from, and asked Goddard what she thinks of her BFF in Tennessee and the photos of him passed out drunk. Well, Susan, because I know that's you. No one cares? Like, why are you obsessed with pictures from over a decade ago? Get a life. Like,
Well,
these people are so pathetic, Mert. I mean, it's embarrassing. How long has this crap been going on? A decade? Longer?
14 years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But, they have nothing over there.
No, they don't. So, Susan, if you would like to be the next recipient of FAFO, keep it up. You'll be, they want to make fun of Mert and tell him to get a job at Walmart. You'll be the next one, dear.
Okay, now I got to figure out how to get this to Mr. Boulder.
So, like, we're all tired of these dummies. Get a life.
Oh, they're not capable of that.
No, they're not. I mean, it just shows the psychology behind them. They're stunted. There's something wrong with them.
Well,
Everybody else is living their lives and hanging with family and making memories. But what are these dumbasses doing? On the internet every single day. Nobody posts pictures of Timothy's son. Nobody gives a shit. Susan, you need to stop, because I'm going to give a warning right now. If you don't stop, you're going to end up just like your former buddy, idiot. No, it wasn't dress up. That's disgusting. And you know it.
yeah, apparently they didn't read the court records because the child complained about, wearing girls' panties and stuff.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that because they're all just as big as a pervert as that one is. And I'm not joking. I don't give warning shots. You get one. That's it. The two idiots have warrants in the state of Ohio. They have warrants in Florida. They have warrants in Minnesota. They have judgments in Minnesota. They have restraining orders all around the United States. So keep your shit up. There you go. So,
all right, what we have here is there has been a complaint filed against Randy Erickson's real estate license here in Florida. And Alex has received a letter back from the state. And Alex, I'll let you explain it since it's your material.
okay, I will. So, over the summer, we all heard the phone call that Randy made to me, making threats. And she and Tim were in Steubenville. They were driving down the route a mile from my home and put it on the internet. And so they were criminally charged by the state of Ohio. And I've told them to stop. Just go do your thing. Back off. But nope, they won't. So I filed a complaint against Randy's broker license. She should have gotten a copy of my complaint that was sent. I'm sure she didn't respond because she's out working for some task force for Donald Trump. Psycho. And so now there's been an administrative action. They found probable cause to look at this woman that she should not be trusted with other people's money or financial decisions. And I'm not done yet. Minnesota is the next one. So as many times, Randy, that you Get on Mert and tell him to get a job at Walmart as a greeter. You're a pig. You are a disgusting human being. And I have an old saying, you don't get to throw crap out at the universe without some coming back on you. So I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen next, but it's done. Stop, both
Hey,
of you.
Alex, answer this idiot's question here.
Hold on, I got to get my glasses and look here. Well, it's Susan Goddard. Yeah. If Randy really stalked Levi, why were criminal charges not filed? It is because it is protected journalistic activities. She is a publisher notary. No, it's not. Like, you guys are so stupid, it hurts. He is not a journalist. He's got a freaking associate's degree, not in journalism. Oh, she loses audio just like Filthy Mert. All right, Susan, I'm going to tell you right now, you probably need to back off because I will contact Domino's again.
Yeah, I think you're froze, Alex.
All right, hang on.
All right, now we're back.
Okay. Yeah, Susan needs to stop because Susan can get a restraining order too. I mean, I think I've proven that I'm not above taking legal means to take care of these people. It's time that they got on with their lives and found something productive to do, because what they're doing right now is just going to get them in trouble.
Well, there's a possibility Timothy's risen to felony level with his violation. That's being checked into.
Well, I'm going to tell you today. I do plan on filing another complaint with my police department against him for violations. I am going to ask the prosecutor to go against him for contempt. I am going to ask that they seek felony charges, and there's going to be more down the road for his restraining order I have against him. So, again, it's time to stop. Find a hobby. Spend time with your families. Susan, the same goes for you. You pathetic old bag.
All right, I'm in the process of doing something here. It seems we have a claim of
Susan is a Timothy hater. No, Susan, I believe it is my opinion that you have some very serious mental illness going on. And you are so miserable in your day-to-day life with your family that this is what you do. At what is she, Mert? Like in her 60s?
At
67? Least. Like, who the hell does this? Shameful.
All right, let me see if I can get this one in. I've got new material to bring in. This is interesting. And I expected this eventually, but it just came through. So.
Oh, and Randy has failed to file her appellate brief on the lawsuit that she lost with Craig Sawyer. And so any property that she has is now subject to that judgment. And I've already asked when he gets the properties in Florida that Levi and I can have a party there and live stream it. Mert, you're invited.
Works for me. Yeah. Nothing wrong with a good party.
That's right.
Okay, I gotta figure out what happened to this here. For it seems we've got an imposter in here.
Susan, why do you care what happened to Levi's YouTube? Maybe he works and has a life, unlike you miserable buttholes. Like, you're pathetic how mentally ill you are. And we know it's you because you're the only one obsessed with Levi and his underwear. Like, you're not even a good troll. You suck. Do you want me to teach you?
Okay, now maybe we can get this to work. Bear with me, folks.
Where?
I got more stuff coming in.
Wait, where'd Randy go?
Uh,
Randy, did
Probably
you
passed out.
disappear?
She
Oh no,
passed
she's
out.
probably clutching her pearls that
Well,
her Florida broker's license is going to go poof.
they're over on Telegram.
Oh, I don't read that
Taking.
garbage because there's like what
They
20
took.
of them over there commiserating. Oh,
Well, see, we had this Mark person in here asking questions,
who is
and
probably Tim.
well, no, Tim does not. Tim is not allowed to go on the air. The PWS Builder has him under lock and key. He's not allowed to be on. PWS Builder does all of it.
Well, his I can guarantee you this, Mert, his shit is coming down. That entire website. And since it's in Randy's name and Craig has a judgment against her, guess what? That's an asset. And I will gladly volunteer my legal expertise and time to make sure it gets taken down. Randy said her intel says Levi does not work. Well, her intel, you guys, you're all stupid. It's embarrassing. Maybe he pulled them because he's disgusted with all of you and he's over it. Oh no, but here's Mark, Kenny, loser, incel. That lawsuit has been dismissed. Like, do you guys even look at the docket? You can get a Pacer account. It'll cost you 10 cents a page. That lawsuit has been dismissed. So there's nothing to be afraid of. It's gone.
Hey,
Like,
Mark, look at the screen. Look what Truth Punisher is saying about you over on Telegram.
that he's a twat and an incel.
No, he's a fake.
Mm,
Mark, the real Mark over on Telegram is denying that this is him. So this is nothing
whatever.
more than maybe Susan's sock accounts in here.
Yeah. Well, but
You
I've
know,
got Mark Kenny's number too. So keep it up. I mean, I'm okay with filing fucking restraining orders on everybody.
it's number one, it's one restraining order, and it was because Timmy was a male. In Orange County, it's very difficult to get a restraining order against a male. But with the evidence I have now, fake Mark, I could file one. Now, it's interesting that the lawsuits that Tim Holmseth and Randy took out against me failed as well. And they
They've
even
all
had to
failed.
bar a lawyer, and it failed.
Every one of them have been dismissed. Mark,
Yeah.
get your information correct.
No, I'm
No,
not
but
gay.
Mark is probably closet gay, and that's what the problem is
Well,
with all these
I
people. They
support
project.
I support the gay community, but I'm not gay. I'm straight.
Well, so do I. But the
But
majority of these people who have issues with it are probably guilt ridden because of what they were taught as a child or religion. And
mhm.
so they talk shit about people who live their lives and are happy. And they sit around and tell people how they should be. And that's wrong. Stay in your lane. The world would be a better place if everyone stayed in their lane.
Yeah, but they're not capable of that. They're desperate for stuff. That's why they make up stuff on this channel or about this
But
channel
where
because
did
they don't
Randy
have
go,
anything.
Mert?
Huh?
Where'd Randy go? She was posting so much before I was watching. And
She
now
passed
she's
out.
gone silent. Oh no. Her butthole's probably puckered. Randy, check your mail at home, honey. You got the complaint and you lied to the state of Florida about your address. You say you haven't lived there in over 2 years, but You're supposed to report to them an address change. And, honey, your notary commission, you have 30 days to report an address change. So if I wanted to file a complaint against you with your notary that you lied about where you live, I could do that too. Thank you, Jazzy. One of these days, me and Levi will do a show, but we're both busy. I mean, we're living our life. We're living our best lives.
Well, you know, it's.
I mean, these questions from these dipshits, they're so, it's juvenile. It's embarrassing how immature and how socially awkward these dummies are.
Well, they're showing their racism, they're showing their bigotry.
Yeah, they are.
Because Tim Homseth or whoever's running these various uh, databases, they allow all this stuff to be posted. Um, there's even anti-Semitism going on over
Yep.
there. I mean, you know, it's a white supremacist group, basically, is what's being formed over there.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this out there because I know they're listening. Tim, you have until Monday at midnight to remove all the garbage that you've put out about me. Otherwise, I am going to annihilate every social media platform that you've ever been on. So there you go. You can spend the weekend getting rid of this shit. If you don't, FAFO. Like I said, I will give a warning shot, and that's it.
Well, now I got a weekend countdown.
Yeah, well, I think I've proven myself that I am not screwing around with these dummies. And my shit is not being done illegally. Everything I've done is through the courts and legal avenues. And for as much as these dipshits scream about everybody else, why haven't we been arrested? Why has every single lawsuit been dismissed?
Good question.
Yeah. Why can't they answer that question? Why don't they tell people that the lawsuits are dismissed?
Well, you know, people aren't going to leave them. They're brainwashed. They have no minds of their own.
Well, no, and that's what they count on because they've got lemmings. People that are too stupid to survive. Throw them some dollars. Oh, you're saving children. And I did see the comment earlier from Randy about how many children has Mert saved. Let me ask you a very pointed question, Miss Erickson. With specificity and actual links and documentation, how many children has Tim saved? I know that he goes on and on about the 21 children, the mole kids, whatever, but then he turns around and says, well, David Straight was a liar.
It kind of blows that 2,100 kids out of the water.
Yes. Where's the proof?
That's gone now.
Where is one parent who had been missing a kid who is on, I would be on social media. Oh my God, I've got my child back. Not one. Not one single instance of that. So if you believe Tim and Randy, you are essentially mentally incapacitated, since I can't say the R word because it's politically incorrect. But this is ridiculous. They need to get something else to do with their lives. Because I promise you, as long as you keep doing this shit, I'm going to take you down. And the end result is you idiots are going to end up in jail. And that's a promise. So video clip that, screenshot that. That's what's going to happen. Stop it. Move on.
Well, they should, but they won't. You know, they're too stupid.
Well, like I said, we'd love to play the FAFO game because in how many years? Who has found out? Not us. I'm not in jail. I don't have restraining orders. They do.
Yeah, they collect them like green stamps.
Yeah. The courts have ruled that there is probable cause there that they are stalking and menacing. So, like I said, Randy, I warned you. And now you have an administrative action in Florida. And you're about to get others elsewhere. And that's a promise.
Yeah, looking
And if you can
forward to
get a
that.
job at Walmart, maybe Mert can come in and give you $1 tip for.
They don't allow tips.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
maybe you
straight way.
can.
Now they pay
Maybe
pretty
you can give her a
decent.
tip. Buy low, sell high.
Yeah, they actually pay better up in Minnesota. So you know, it's a pretty good place to get a
Well,
job at Walmart. And the Walmart's only a 15-minute drive from her husband's house.
right, but she's not going to be able to get a job because her name's all over the internet because she's a piece of shit.
Well, faithful.
Mm-hmm. So, but I was quite pleased to get that letter the other day.
Yeah, just to remind people. Oh,
And
oh,
again, nothing illegal about what I did. I use resources that are available to take care of bad people. And so the state of Florida has decided that she is not a trustworthy person.
well, I want to know when this becomes official.
Oh, I'm hoping that I get to testify against her.
Yeah, yeah. I see
Because
they.
before that happens, I plan on getting a restraining order against her so that she can't be within so many feet of me. And I mean, how's that going to work out?
This question again came up about: did you make fun of Levi and Kim on your old blog? Oh,
Hey,
she's
Mark Incel, you know, unlike you and your ilk, we have grown. We have experienced things and realized that there are other dumb people like yourself that have nothing else to do in their lives but pull shit on the internet. And yeah, I did. And I've apologized to every single one of them.
yeah. She
Kim
made
and
fun of me,
Levi,
and she apologized to me.
I did. I did it on the phone so you could hear my voice. I didn't do it in text.
Yeah, once people learn the truth, they either own up to it or they hide it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why did I make fun of Levi and Kim? I don't know.
Could have been satire. You know,
Yeah, it
like
was. Well, Mert, you
radio
know
used to be.
I'm the queen
Yeah,
of
yeah,
satire.
yeah. The Princess Queen there.
That is correct. Mert, did Paige apologize to you? We've all had discussions, and yes. Like why, and this is what I don't understand either. Do I regret getting involved in Steubenville? No. Why would I?
Actually, laws were created because of her involvement with
Yes.
Steubenville.
Do you know, still to this day, I am doing keynote speaking and speaking to sexual assault alliances about that case. So no, I don't. Why? Are you jealous?
See, people, this is what I understand. People, those
Oh,
boys,
one
yeah,
moment. Those poor boys and their reputation. Let me tell you something, Mark, aka probably Susan. Their reputation, if they didn't rape someone, they stood by while someone was raped. And I don't know about you, but my parents taught me that if some shit is going down, that you stand up and do the right thing, even if it makes your legs shake. So, what, the reputation for watching someone getting raped or being on social media while she was being raped and laughing about it? So, that's a big old F you that you would even say something like that. Like, that's gross.
well, they confessed.
Yeah. And what if that was your daughter or your sister or a female friend, a female anyone that you cared about? Would you be okay with them not doing anything to help while she was being raped?
Apparently, yes, in Mark's case.
Well, that's what it looks like, and that's disgusting. So,
You know, they are rape apologists. They don't want,
yes,
you know,
those poor boys and their reputation, whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was emotional immaturity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. They are very much emotionally immature, and that's why they've been at this for over a decade. Like they are mentally and socially stunted. There's no cure for that.
well, Stella, it really doesn't make any difference what kind of underwear it was. It's a stupid subject to begin with. And this particular individual has been obsessed with underwear for at least a decade, and it's actually sick. I don't get it.
I kind of think that she low key has the hots for him.
Well, she used to.
Yeah, I think so too. Otherwise, why would you still be like tripping on this? It was digital. No, it wasn't. And you're a piece of shit because here, let me ask you a question, Mark. If Mert, myself, you, and your supposed wife are all hanging out at a 4th of July party, and Mert walks up and jams his finger in your wife's vagina, is that okay?
Yeah, and getting to that, Mark, you should look up uh, the state law on that.
Yeah,
Digital rape is
it's
rape.
the same.
It's in the law. That's what
I,
they confess to. Is
they
to
didn't deserve to have anons come after them at school. Well, let me tell you that. It wasn't anons that came at them at school. It was actually local school kids who posted online and pretended to be anons.
and one individual from Kentucky.
Yeah, well, but he didn't do that.
No,
And
but
as much as
he
he
wound
chaps
up
my
going to
ass,
jail
yeah,
over
but
that one, and I covered
when
that
they
case.
were like making threats against the school and running through yards with anon masks, it was not anons, it was dipshits from Steubenville. So, Mark, please do your research, which you apparently have not done, which is the problem with all of you dumb shits, is why you, oh, I recruited anons. Nope, did not. You know why? Because I'm not a citizen and I knew the FBI looks at anons, and I had absolutely no communication with anons until way after.
And Anons weren't recruited by anybody. They barged
No,
in. It was this one idiot by the name of Derek Lossiter from Kentucky who went around pretending to be NightSec that was anonymous. You apparently do not understand what anonymous is and what
no,
it
they
is
don't.
not. It's not an organization. It's individuals that put on plastic masks and go around and do what they want. There's no.
Oh, look, Mert, you are not a citizen. That must be why you hate Trump so much. Well, you know what? I really don't like Joe Biden either. So what does that make me? Like, I don't like most politicians because they don't give a shit about us.
Oh, Mark Kenny approves of adultery. He supports
Yeah.
Trump.
Yep. And crimes. Like this, it just shows what a mental midget this person is.
Oh, they all are. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah.
It's
And yeah,
embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I laugh at what dipshits these people are. It's
yeah,
embarrassing.
yeah. Let's see, Mark. What is the citizenship of infiltrated by truth? I believe it's
Oh,
Canadian.
yes.
We haven't conquered Canada yet, so I think
Yeah,
she's
but she
considered a foreign
pretends.
national.
Yeah, but she pretends like, oh, USA. Then why did you leave West Virginia? Because I had educational opportunities outside of West Virginia. I still have property in West Virginia. I still go to West Virginia. Next question, Mark Incel Kenny.
Yeah, Mark, why are they calling you an impersonator over on Telegram? You want to tell people that?
Because it's probably Susan, because she's a
Because even,
fucking weirdo.
the real Mark posted this on Telegram to our Canadian friend over there. And it's funny
Cuckoo.
that Mark won't answer that question. I've asked him 3 times and he won't answer it.
Did Randy ever face charges for going to Levi's relatives? No. Would you like to know why? Because Levi is a nice guy and he honestly does not want to be bothered by this crap. And so
But
that's
don't wear
why
his
he did
patience
not.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Like I beg him all the time, just do it. Because I was like, I'm just going to ignore this stupid crap. And, again, as I told Randy on the phone, you can call me a bitch or the C word or a Satanist or whatever you want to online. But when you come to my town, you have crossed a line.
What charge, Mark? Since you're the big legal eagle here, what's
Oh,
the
yeah. What
charge?
charge? Oh, my God. These people are so stupid, it fucking hurts.
Well, they don't know what
Like,
the truth is.
no, it's embarrassing how dumb they are. Like, they have no grasp of the legal system. Like, their comprehension is not even second grade. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the reverse.
Yeah. How much crap is out there about Levi, about me? It's not about Kim because he's not allowed to. Look how much shit they say about you.
Yeah.
So, Mark, AKA Susan in Virginia, honey, keep it up. I will get your Domino's fucking shut down. There's a social media policy. Yes, Randy is very dangerous because they are delusional. But, again, like I said, FAFO, keep poking. And Mark, that means you too, because I know who you are. You left breadcrumbs on the internet. Don't forget what I do for a living. And if you would like a restraining order, I can make sure you get one. If you would like to come to the state of Ohio, it's not really that awesome, but Belmont County in the summer is kind of pretty. If you'd like to come out and hang out in front of the judge, I can absolutely make that happen for you. Just let me know.
Yeah, Mark doesn't seem to be too concerned about the comment that's up there. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
How come you don't make a comment about that up there, Mark, huh? I
And
mean,
where'd Randy go? Where'd command post, Randy? You know, here's what a piece of shit Randy is. Her husband is dying of cancer. Her children are putting up GoFundMe's to fund a bone marrow transplant. And this dumb shit is out traveling the United States pretending that she works for Trump. Mark, I used to be a guardian ad litem. I am not currently one. I did not say an affair. Where did that come from? I just said they were out traveling together. But she does buy him underwear, so, you know, one would assume. Hi, Catherine. Just sitting here shit talking the idiots. Go ahead, say it. I'll repeat it. Yeah, I used to be a guardian ad litem. I am not currently one. But I may be. And I may be a foster parent. Who knows? You never know, Mark. Susan. Are you a foster parent? How many children are you helping out? How many times are you going down to your local soup kitchen handing out meals? How many times are you going down to your local homeless shelter helping homeless people? How many times are you assisting homeless veterans and making sure they get the services that they need? I bet it's none, because you spend all of your time on the internet being an asshole while claiming to be an advocate, and you're not. And Catherine, that literally makes me have puke in my mouth.
Lord.
Yep, I know. Mert, did you think we would ever have to deal with this shit for this long?
No, I thought
Yeah.
radio was going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
But this is,
She got smart and went away,
you
unlike the other idiots. You know, and they keep getting in trouble. It's like, do you not freaking realize?
oh, I realize. There's a lot going on that nobody knows about.
Yeah, there is. And all of these dumb shits are going to end up paying for it.
And Mark still hasn't addressed that slide. I find that rather interesting.
He has a what?
What's on my screen?
Oh,
That
hold on.
the real Mark over on Telegram has denied that he is on my chat. That Mark Kenny is an impersonator.
Okay.
And Mark
Well, then
Kenny will not
why isn't
address
the
it.
real one over here?
Hey, Toot, welcome.
Since they're over here, you know, monitoring, but they don't care about us, Mert. But they know every single time you go live and they post about it, they don't care.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know, and Alexandra thinks that she is protected because she's in Canada, and that is just simply not true. Yes, actually, Sheila, once a month, I drive through Steubenville to take my mom to the eye doctor, and I hate driving through there. I still have a lot of friends in Steubenville that I talk to. My brother lives outside of Steubenville. Yeah, I don't go back there, but you know, I drive through it once a month, once or twice a month when I take my mom to the doctor.
You ever talk to
I'm,
Samantha?
yes, I talk to her all the time. Yep, I talk to her all the time. She's
Well,
doing good.
it's one person, Sheila, the Susan, that has been on Levi's case since day one. You know,
Yep.
14 years of this, and then everybody else just piles on.
Because
Uh,
she's obsessed and apparently mentally ill, because why else would somebody keep at this? There's no other reason. Levi doesn't even acknowledge these people, but yet they continue on. So my only opinion is they have mental illness, and
yeah,
they should get treatment.
well, but because look at what happened with Naylor Blanchard. So
Yep. How'd that go?
yeah,
That was
and she
another one of fuck around and find out.
and she admitted that she shot him.
Yeah,
As
but
much as they don't want to
Tim,
believe that, they he
yeah, but Tim is trying to bastardize that whole thing and turn it around so he can get money from his stupid people with their disability checks who will not research,
well,
even though their whole platform is do your own research. And none of them ever do. And when you present it to them, they're so stupid that they can't comprehend what they read. So give them your money. Sheila, that city is so, it's gross. Like I remember when I first went to Steubenville, I think I was 14 years old. And at the time, the big business in this area was steel mills. And everybody and their mom worked at the steel mill. And as soon as you got within 10 miles of Steubenville, you could smell. Yep, I know Aliquippa. Actually, I have a funny story about Aliquippa. When I first moved to Steubenville, probably, God, 25 years ago, I used to work at this bar, and this old guy that owned the bar, he came over on the boat with his family from Calabria, Italy. And he used to tell me, I'm going to take you to Aliquippa and show you my etchings. And I didn't know anything about this place around here. And I thought, Aliquippa, oh my God, that sounds so exotic. So I thought Aliquippa was like, some exotic vacation. And it turns out it was only up the river in another shitty town on the Ohio River by Steubenville. So yeah, that's my Aliquippa story.
that river is littered with towns like that.
Oh my God, it's disgusting. Mert, I'm going to send you a link to a news story. While I've been here, I've also been doing some environmental activism,
Hmm.
and have been able to turn a, a fracking waste site. The federal EPA has listened to us for a year and a half for everything that we presented to them, and they're going to superfund. So it's going to be buried.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
hate
I'm really
fracking. That
proud of
is,
myself
ugh,
for that, because that doesn't happen often. I mean, Erin Brockovich, look how long it took for her
yeah.
to superfund out in California, and me and my friend were able in a year and a half, and it was me and her. That was it. Pulling records, and like there is no handshake between state EPA and federal EPA, so they don't have the same documents. Like they're not on a shared system that they communicate with each other. And so this place should have been super funded years ago,
Hmm.
and it wasn't. And so we kept on it and are like, our water system is potentially at risk.
Yeah.
So we got the news about 2 weeks ago. It's been put on a Superfund list, and they're doing a site inspection, and I think they have like 2 years.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. But I
Oh,
don't put that stuff out there because crazies like Tamra, who shall not be mentioned, like to send bullshit, stupid emails, and you know. So, but yeah, I'm proud of myself for that.
Well,
You
that's
know,
good.
yeah, leave the world better than you found it. That's how
Yeah.
I've always been. And yeah.
Well, all right. What I think I'm going to do, Alex, I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to close down because I got a couple things I have
Sheila,
to.
are they melting down on Telegram over me? Tell them to come over here and talk to me. They like to talk smack. Mert, put the link up. Call in. I'll chat. I'll be nice. I'll answer questions. I mean, Mert, am I a pretty honest person?
Yes.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Timmy wants to claim that he's this journalist. Well, why has he never contacted me to get my side? Why has he never contacted you to get your side? Because that's what real journalists do. They don't get involved in the story. They try to get the facts. And he's not done any of that. Oh, they accused you of taking kids away from parents. Actually, no, I did not. I was a guardian ad litem in Franklin County.
Okay, we've got anti-guardian. Well, no, we don't. There was an anti-Goddard and they chickened out.
Oh, that was probably Alexandra because
Yeah.
she's a pussy. And again, honey, just because you live in Canada does not mean that you are exempt from the long arm of the law.
Yeah, it's called
And
extradition.
yes, well, not only that, but anytime that these assholes say anything on that Telegram channel, they're acting as a third party, violating Tim's restraining order. And so I can violate Tim because of them running their mouths. So keep that in mind, people. But I'm serious. If they want to come over here and have a conversation, let's do this. But I don't think they will because they're pansies.
Yeah, they keep chickening out. They blip in and out. There's
Yeah.
one.
Like,
There.
I'm not going to, Mert, have you
Nope, they
ever
go away.
seen me like lose my shit in a chat or, go ballistic? That's not how I am.
Well, there was this one time that,
Oh, the drunken one.
yeah, that was a spectacular.
Whew. That was like a 4 bottle of chocolate wine at a gun bash. I went to a gun bash.
Oh,
Yeah, a conservative gun bash.
oh, that must have been interesting.
It was. But I don't give a shit about people's politics. We can talk about it. I'm dating someone that loves Trump. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But, we just won't talk about that. We have other things in common. Yes. And Catherine, Levi is an actual reporter with a degree in journalism. And Timmy is not. Like, he likes to show this associate's degree. It's not even in, what is it, Mert? In like marketing or something for an associate's degree?
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. An associate's degree is fairly low on the scale.
Yes. Like and it was a community college. And he's like, I'm a war reporter. No, you're not. Like, even what he writes, his entire blog, if you go through all of the articles, are nothing but attacks on people that he has problems with. Does he report on anything else, Mert?
No,
No, he does not.
he
So,
plagiarizes a lot.
yeah. But does that make him a reporter? Because he's definitely not reporting. He does attacks. Oh, they found another photo of Levi.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
Yep.
Alex, I heard Timmy's stuff was hacked, and there's pictures of your vagina that you sent him. Which is a scary thought, to be honest. And Alexandra says, phone sex is normal. But anyone else engaging in normal sexuality is a pig. So, Alex, please explain that. Like, I would love to talk to these people. Seriously. I'm not a hothead. I think one time on Twitter, the only time I melted down was when they went after my father, who is dead, and questioned his military service, which was disgusting. But otherwise, I'm pretty calm. Probably too calm.
Well, I don't see my board lighting up here. I had a few blitz and they just kind of came
Yeah,
and went.
because they're pansies.
So
I mean, this is what kills me. They want to talk crap, but I'm inviting them, have a conversation with me. I will be level-headed. I will answer questions. Let's get it. I mean, what's the end game? What do they want? Let's get to it. Because the only one losing here is these dummies.
yep.
Everyone surrounding them has been affected by the law. So explain that. So Alex or whoever is on Telegram, because I don't see it, come on over. Let's chat. I'll chat with you. I will answer questions. I'm very honest. And if you can't do that now, then maybe you should just shut the fuck up.
Let's see. I just got a message from Telegram. Whoop.
I'm sure it's from Susan, because that's what she does. Have you seen Levi's underwear pictures? Oh my God.
They found a photo of Levi his roommate took in 2012 of
Oh no.
Levi doing HLN by Skype. He's wearing a sports coat but has no pants on,
Oh my
just
God.
wearing
Because,
underwear under his sports jacket.
oh no. That's fucking horrible, Mert. How many
Oh,
people
you know what is funny?
do a search on Google during COVID for
Oh
attorneys
yeah,
that had to Zoom that were getting in trouble for laying out in bikinis poolside or in bed with the sheet over them? I mean, come on. Is that the best they've got?
that's all they got. Yeah.
I mean, like they are just so socially weird.
Well,
I
losers.
mean, it's bizarre how socially awkward they are.
Alex, why don't you explain Canadian bacon? We've got a question about her.
Oh, Canadian, I don't know.
Who is Alex on Telegram?
A dumb bitch.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Someone
That's
who has mental illness and probably a personality disorder. How did Alex be? I believe I've read that she was like during COVID or before was looking for conspiracy theories and found him, and she was enlightened, and she read and didn't shower. She didn't shower for weeks because she was trying to research, which is fucking disgusting in itself, but you know. And then she fell in love with him and was kissing her phone and putting the phone in her crotch. That's the PG version. Is that appropriate, Mert?
that's appropriate. Interesting. Yeah, breaking
I'm
news.
probably being more appropriate tonight than I have ever been.
That's a
I'm
miracle.
trying to scale it back a bit.
Well, miracles never cease.
I know. I'm a changed woman. I'm in love.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
Yep, he's out in West Texas right now in the oil fields making that big money.
Roughneck, dude.
Yep,
Oh, that's
he
good.
is. Yep, and he likes Trump, but we can't talk about that.
Nope.
So, yeah. I'm like, "Yep, you can do what you want, but, you know, I heart you, but we can't talk about him." And I laugh at his Biden jokes because, yeah. Oh my God, Sheila, He is so freaking hot. He's very hot. He has tattoos. He's got a beard. He is a very hot blue collar boy. And I'm smitten.
She's as smitten as a kitten. Meow,
I'm
meow.
smitten. We've been doing this for about a year now. So, but I don't advertise that stuff on social media either. They don't need to know about my personal life. Hi, Siren. Yeah, he is very, very good to me. He's very good to me. I miss him when he's gone. He's living at a man camp in West Texas in the oil fields. So I send care packages.
Alrighty.
Levi and Kim have never had a falling out. Like,
They bring that up every once in a while. It's
I know,
kind
and
of
that is
silly.
complete. That is completely Susan. Like, she is hoping that everybody hates each other because she hates herself and has no friends. Mert, where did these people go? The keyboard warriors.
I don't know. I think they passed out.
Did Randy crap her pants when she realized that she's in a lot of hot shit, Arkansas and Florida?
Well, she's going to find out the hard way, I guess.
Well, she got the complaint. They sent it to her house. I mean, apparently she's not living there, or she would have gotten the mail. So she's
her
lied.
husband can track her down. So.
Well, but apparently he's dying, so they say. Did I ever see Homeseth when you were in Minnesota? No, I did not. So I went there, and E-Claus and Kirk and others told Tim, don't show up for court. It'll be okay. No, he didn't even hang out with Field. In fact, I heard that Tim was like such a spaz that he was basically laying in the back of the car in the fetal position. He was so scared, and he does not like to be around people. Well, I can tell you, Catherine, he promotes Jesse because all during the time that he had his hearings in Minnesota, Jesse, the queen mother of dildos, was sending him about $2,500 a month. So that's why he is like, all up on her, because that's some money. My thoughts when I met Kirk and Pert, I did interact with him. And me being a former military wife, I know that I can walk up on any serviceman or former service member and ask to see their military ID. And I asked him to see that, and he could not produce it. So that tells me that Kirky Smirky, was probably other than honorably or dishonorably discharged. And I did tell him that if he was stealing valor, that I would take his ass down, because I also do stolen valor with a group online that is involved with Don Shipley, who totally shit on David Strait recently about him being a liar about being a SEAL and anything else. So yeah. Has Picasso? Yes, not in person, but she has met him when we have FaceTimed. Susan. Next question. And she thinks he's awesome because he is. Let me guess.
Now just to
my new boyfriend is younger than me. What does that matter?
We don't even know how old you are, Gene.
Yeah. How old are you, Susan? In your 60s? And what is wrong with being with somebody who's younger? Like,
I mean, that's the case if If Holmseth and Randy are hanging with each other, Holmseth
Well,
is younger than
exactly.
Randy
Yes, you have a
by,
point, Mert.
by almost a decade.
Sheila, I have a funny story for you. So I have a relative um, who is always amazed at the hot guys I pull. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I I don't look at age. I think it's dumb. That's being what does that have to do with anything? Like we care about each other and that's all there is. He's a good man. He takes care of me. He's sweet. Oh yeah, he definitely has little D energy. And he probably makes his paramour dress up like a 6-year-old. Just saying.
Speaking
But
of Kirky, uh, I've said this before and I'm going to repeat it. Some of the new discovery that is coming out in the next week or so has a lot to do with Kirk Pendergrass.
I cannot wait, Mert. And here's the other thing, and I sent you a message a couple of weeks ago. I think you are doing a fabulous job covering Neely's trial. And I sent Will Summer a message and he didn't know about it. I said, hey, he's posting the interviews that her, when she spoke with the FBI. And he's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no. So he appreciates it too, because he keeps up on this stuff. So you are doing a fabulous job.
Well, thank you. Appreciate
You
that.
are actually being an investigative reporter. You're showing facts, unlike someone else who his entire blog is nothing but allegations with absolutely nothing to back it up. Even his stupid, how many parts is it? 500 arrested suddenly.
23, I think, by now.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm just sitting here going, listen, Neely called Kathy Watson, and I will tell you who she is. Do you remember when Neely took the kids and the Secret Service tracked her cell phone to figure out where she was at in Bowling Green, Kentucky? So she went to Kathy's home. That's Kathy. Kathy gave her refuge when she was on the run with the twins. And when she shot Chris, she called Kathy and told her what happened. She called her family. I've talked to her mom. I've talked to her sister. Did you meet with Chad in North Dakota or Minnesota, Goddard? Actually, I met with Chad in, it would have been North Dakota, it was across the river at the bar. And Chad made a comment about domestic violence that I thought was offensive. And I said, goodbye, I'm going across the bar to drink with people who are nice. Next question, Susan. It's either Susan or it's Kathy McKaylee, who both of these women, and I use that term loosely, have no lives. It's very sad.
I had Chad Cater on my show a long time ago, and we went over a lot of things. So I've talked to Chad on the phone. I did not see him when I went to Minnesota.
Okay, so Sheila, I will clarify. So it was, you know how Kirk and Chris, their whole thing about domestic violence wasn't necessarily about you were allowed to beat a woman, but it was about the statute that gets men in trouble. So I think that's what Chad's discussion was, but I had been drinking and Kim was talking to him and he made the comment, and I, rather than telling him he was a piece of shit, said, okay, I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to go over here to the end of the bar and talk to my new friends. And that's what I did. So, I mean, Mert, I'm pretty level-headed. Like, I'm not punching anybody in the face, although sometimes I would like to. All right. So why did Chad steal Timothy's clothes, work product, undershirts, toothpaste, memorabilia when he went to his apartment? I believe it was not stealing them, but because Timothy was like such a coward and a pussy that he couldn't go to court and defend himself like Field McConnell and everyone else has, that he bailed. And so he had to have somebody go to his Section 8 apartment and get all of his garbage out of it.
Yeah,
He
now
took the
look,
photo.
Chad and the guy that was with him actually risked their freedom by doing that because they were helping a fugitive from justice and they could have been put in jail for that. They stored all the property back that belonged to Tim Holmseth at a farm until the property was retrieved. No photos came off of Tim Holmseth's PC because Holmseth had his PC. It never
Mm-hmm.
left his possession. That was the one thing he wouldn't give up. And the photo came from
Flash drive, wasn't it?
it was a flash drive that was
Mm-hmm.
left in the apartment. And also, it was found out that the photos had
Ew.
already been on the internet by the woman who took the picture that was not his daughter. If you look carefully at the picture, his daughter is peeking out of the door in the kitchen. So there was another person besides Tim and his daughter in the apartment when that photograph was taken.
Okay. And Susan, Jean, Chad was seen wearing one of Timothy's jeans and shirts. He stole it. No, Chad is much bigger than Tim and couldn't wear jeans. And I don't believe I've ever seen a photo of Tim wearing jeans. He wears those freaking stupid khaki dad pants. It is unethical. He is not ethical. He wanted to be power of attorney, but he stole and wore Timothy's jeans and shirt. And also Tim's tennis shoes were stole and work. Trust me, Tim does not have work boots because that bitch has not worked in how many years, Mert?
Oh, he hasn't worked. All he's done is deliver
In
pizza,
like 10 years?
and he was fired as a janitor.
Yeah. Why? Because he smelled. Because he wouldn't bathe or wash his clothes. Susan, you suck at this so bad.
You ought to go.
Chad is Chad Cater, who believed in Tim and tried to help him, and Timothy took advantage of. Oh yes, did Randy claim that someone put DNA in Timothy's underwear? It was probably Tim's DNA when he was writing his filthy child porn fantasies on his blog. No, I didn't. You know why, Susan? Because nobody gives a fuck about Jeremiah or what he's doing. Nobody looks to see what he's doing because we're not stalkers. But thanks. Yeah, exactly, Catherine. If someone ripped, and what does Tim have to rip off? Seriously. What has he been doing for a decade? He does not work. He does not own a home. He doesn't even own his vehicle. Randy got him his car. Randy paid for his transmission. Randy pays for his insurance. Randy pays his child support so he doesn't get in trouble. And so, yeah, the only persons getting ripped off are the dumb shits that are giving Tim money. Tim worked, but people called and got him fired from Dominic. Okay, Susan, most men that I know that are Tim's age are not fucking delivering pizzas unless they're losers. So you're what is he, like 52, Mert?
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
But
So if you're
Domino's,
delivering pizzas as your only job at 50 something years old, you're a fucking loser.
well, tell it. You're telling a lie because I'll tell you something. When I was in Minnesota, I went to the Domino's where he worked, and he was not fired. Nobody called. He left the job without notice. Nobody knew where he went. And one day he just quit coming to work. And that's what
Oh, that's
happened
a
to Timmy.
shocker. That's a
Yeah.
shocker. And he was living in Section 8 housing. Come on.
And that's the
Why
reason
can't
that
he
they
take?
cleaned the apartment out, is because the landlord was going to go in there and throw everything in the dumpster. So Chad and the other guy went in there to keep the stuff from getting thrown in the dumpster.
Right.
There was junk scattered all over the floor. The place was a filthy mess, and they cleaned it up so that he wouldn't lose his property.
Okay, but here's my other question, and this is a valid one that I would like someone to give me an answer to. If he is a journalist and an investigative reporter, why does he depend on government stipends when he shit talks other people who may come into this country seeking asylum for religious or other reasons, but yet he's sucking off the government tit?
Yeah, well, Tulloch's not willing to tell the truth because
Yeah.
it's
Like,
documented. You can go on the website, put in the address of where he was living, and it will come up that it's qualified for Section 8. It is not
well,
flexible.
it was in his child custody papers. He was on Section 8.
Right.
So explain to me, and he's one man away from Trump, so why isn't he making a paycheck from the government? But he's instead couch surfing
And operating
and
e-bag
asking for
sites.
donations.
Yeah.
I mean, am I being irrational, or am I being logical by asking these questions? Like, why don't these people ask these questions?
Because they don't want the truth. Just like
Yeah,
Tulloch
they
here.
don't.
Yeah, they don't want the truth. They want this fantasy. And they're going to continue it.
Susan, Jean, Tim worked, but people called and got him fired from Dom. Why is a 50-something-year-old man who claims to be a journalist, an investigative reporter and war correspondent, one man away from Trump, why the fuck is he delivering pizzas while living at a Section 8 apartment at 50-some years old? It doesn't matter that people called and got him fired. Why are you believing someone who is a fucking loser?
Well, the fact is, nobody called. They got
He's in protective custody now. No, he's not. Why is he even posting? Why is Tim Holmseth posting any shit on the internet if he's in protective custody? You shut your fucking mouth and you go dark. Period. You cease to exist.
Yeah, it's just another part of the fantasy.
Melania's task. Oh
It's
my
an
God, Mert,
excuse. Yeah, I see
I'm
that.
gonna have a headache tomorrow and I'm gonna have to eat like gummies. The stupidity with Susan here. It hurts.
Well,
He lived in a luxury apartment. No, he lived in Section 8.
he's not
Have
anymore.
you looked
He
on
lives
Google
in a car.
Maps? And he's living in a fucking car right now and couch surfing. He doesn't have a home. He's in protective custody.
But
Really?
that's the fantasy. It's a plausible deniability because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to prove anything. He's got a
Okay, but
captive audience over there.
here's my next logical question. If he is in protective custody, when Sammy the Bull was in protective custody, was he not getting money to have an apartment and be somewhere anonymously?
Yeah.
Okay, so why isn't Tim? Hey, thanks, Jean. I heard Levi's parents have pine trees over their yard. That's what Randy said. Do you know what you just admitted to? And I'm screenshotting right now. You've admitted to them stalking, which is actually a criminal offense. But keep typing, dummy. Next.
What's the deal with pine trees? I mean, it's Tennessee.
I know. They're freaking everywhere. But why do they know if they're not stalking him? Why would you go to somebody's house that you hate unless you're stalking them? Is that a good logical question, Mert?
That's definitely is. You know.
Pine tree. Oh, pine trees are low. Honey, you live in North Carolina now. They're everywhere. Pine trees are low class. Oh my God. So
What?
what's high class? Magnolias,
I guess he's never
honeysuckle.
been to the Blue Ridge Mountains.
I know. What's a high class tree? I'm getting some lessons now. What does Tennessee have to do with it? Well, you said that they went to his parents' home. So you admitted they were stalking by menacing. Dummy.
Tennessee
Isn't that where
is
Levi
where they
lives?
live. In the state of Tennessee, you dumb shit.
Like, are you embarrassed for this person? I am. I am. Like, this is too easy. They should be like under their desk by now. Come
But
on,
this,
Susan, keep
but this
typing.
shows the low class that these people are.
Mm-hmm. Low class is stalking someone and not having a life. Right?
Christ, I had pine trees on my property when I lived in Lake County.
I
Jesus.
have a gigantic, I believe it's an elm. Is that low class? Why did you bring up when I said pine trees? Because you said pine trees are low class and
You're
that
the one that
Randy and
brought up
Kim
pine
went to
trees.
Levi's parents' house and stalked him. I don't know.
You're the one that brought up pine trees. We
Like,
didn't.
seriously, if this is not proof of mental illness, I mean,
Jeez.
I'm sad for you, Susan. Like, you need medication. Seriously. Why aren't you like spending time with your grandchildren or working at your restaurant? But nope, you're here. Well, that's a personal choice. Pine trees are ugly. Okay. So are you. I've seen your picture. You are an unfortunate looking woman. Unfortunate.
Pine trees are pine trees. You know.
Yeah. And what
Make,
makes it even more unfortunate about your looks are the inside of you is fucking ugly as hell. And the inside can't be changed.
nope.
Because I could do your makeup and do your hair and make you look decent, but your inside still makes you an ugly piece of shit. Keep typing, dummy.
Never thought I'd be here defending pine trees.
I know. I
Missed
like
that.
pine trees.
Missed that
You
one
know
a little
why?
bit hard.
Because in the wintertime in Ohio, pine trees are the only thing that is alive.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to handle the cold environment while everything drops its leaves. Oh, thank you, Susan. Actually, cougar is a compliment, and I thank you. I'm going to be 56 years old on Tuesday, Mert.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Happy birthday in advance.
thank you. Yeah, and she's calling me a cougar like that's an insult.
That's what Randy is. Randy's a
But
cougar.
yeah, who is older, Alex? You or Kim? I am by 2 years. And my boyfriend does think I'm a cougar. Kim and Alex, the cougars on the prowl. Actually, no, neither of us are on the prowl. Kim is happily married. I speak to her and her husband probably several times a week. And I'm not currently on the prowl as I have a man who is in the Texas oil fields right now working and bringing home the bacon. But if I did not have a man, hell yeah, I'd be on the prowl. And I am kind of flattered that you consider me a cougar. I don't think I look my age. But it also shows how shallow you are, that you're placing value on someone because of how they look and not who they are. And even though you're an ugly piece of shit, your personality is an ugly piece of shit. So, you know.
Oh, there we go with that.
Oh, adrenochrome. Oh yeah. You know, my boyfriend likes to go in the basement and kick around the mole kids. Yeah, he does. He asked me about it, and I said, sure, you can go down there and kick them. Adrenochrome. I mean, that is so...
Oh my God.
These people. Well, but Mert, do you agree this is not either Susan or Kathy? Kathy
I
Ann?
don't know who the hell this person is. They are way out there in
No, but
zombie land.
Susan always asks questions. Like she can't have a conversation without asking questions. And it's always so obvious that it's her. Because she almost has to like validate her reason. And then so she can argue about your answer.
Mm-hmm. Pine trees and a fake chemical.
Yeah. And cougars.
Wow.
I know. Thank you, Susan. I cannot even begin to tell you the smile across my face that you think I'm a cougar, because that shows what a petty Betty you are.
Oh, women are such interesting
LP
creatures.
is okay. So he's 33, and you're not, honey. You're in your 60s and still acting like an asshole. And you're going to die before Levi does. So think about that. I mean, what's your legacy? Hate? And I promise you, when you die and I find your obituary online, I promise I'm going to tell all of your friends and family what a piece of shit you were for over a decade. And you can't do anything about it because you'll be dead. And that sounds terrible, and it is, but you're such a piece of shit that you deserve it. And I'm going to post every single screenshot from a decade ago and all of your Twitter bullshit, and they're all going to know what a piece of shit you were. And you can't do anything about it. He does look good for 33. Oh, I think so too, Sheila. I mean, she called me a cougar. Maybe I'll get brave and post a picture of my man on Twitter. And Susan, you can like print it and paste it in your underwear because you're never getting anything as good as that. And Mert has just fell out of his chair.
Yeah, you heard the crash. Oh my God.
Yep. But she's jealous. I mean, seriously. I mean, if we look back on all this time, you've gone on, you're doing your thing. We've all moved on except these dummies. Sheila, my man, if he's ever within arm's reach, Timothy is not going to like it. I've shared everything with him. He's seen all of the crap. He laughs. He's like, he's fucking stupid. He's crazy. Mert, do you remember when you traveled to Alex and interviewed her in her home? Yes. And he met Wilson and Winnie. And Mert, Winnie is going to be 13 years old next month.
Yeah, I saw that, and she doesn't look a year past 5.
No. And she's still out running with the dogs. And
yeah, she's my buddy. I like Winnie.
yeah. I mean, for a boxer, that is freaking old.
Yeah, it is. Amazing.
Because they generally are like 7 to 9 years because, you know, they have that big chest and stuff.
Yeah.
You and Alex used to be butter enemies.
Bitter enemies, and yeah, we.
Okay. And Mommy's Follies. And this is definitely Susan. So I still talk to Mommy's. Mommy's is not doing well health-wise. Mert has his personal opinions of her. And I, you know, again, I respect other people's opinions. That's their thing. And yes, we were bitter enemies. And we found out years later that people like to play games like Susan and Kathy and radio because they're bored. I believe that Mert probably feels bad for her health-wise. Why would he be an asshole? Doesn't mean he has to like her, but we're not going to like shit talk somebody that's ill.
No. No, I just wish he'd apologize for what she did. But other than that,
Yeah, I mean, she's in bad health. She's in very bad health.
yeah, that surprises me because she's fairly young, or was.
Yeah, she's younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she just had major surgery on her jaw, her face. She had a tumor.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's not, she had the colon issues and
Well, I would wish her well, and that she gets healthy. I mean, she has a family that loves her
yeah,
and
and she
stuff.
does. And her
And
daughters are grown and they've both graduated college and
would I like her to apologize? Yes, but I moved on, and she has her own issues to deal with, so I'm not
yeah,
going
I mean,
to.
and that's just it, Mert. Normal people don't hold on to stupid shit from the internet a decade ago.
No.
Like, I talk to her all the time. She doesn't even talk about you. She knows that you and I have called a truce and that we're friends, and she's okay with that. But she's not holding on to old bullshit, making that a negative impact on her life. We all move on. So I don't understand why these people can't. And what is Derek
Handsome Derek
doing?
Lassiter.
Actually, Derek is apparently trying to go to law school. And hey, cool. I don't believe that he will ever get a law license because he has a felony. But if he does, I mean, good for him. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Derek he's smart. Was he an asshole? Yep, he was. I have a notebook with all sorts of information. So you've kept a notebook for like 10 years.
Well,
That
14
kind
in
of
my case.
reeks. Yeah, that kind of reeks of desperation and maybe a bit stalkerish.
Yeah,
So
weird is what it is. I
yeah,
mean,
it is. So
I mean,
Jean,
a jacket on
Susan,
me would be pretty boring.
yeah. Well, my life is not. I don't put it out there. But if I did, you'd all be raising your eyebrows. So, Jean, why? And this is a very honest question. You seem to have major problems with all of us, and I think we are nice. If you fuck with us, you get fucked with back. But I mean, what's your end game? What do you want me to do? Do I fuck with you? Well, yes, I have spreadsheets. Absolutely. Do you know why I have spreadsheets? Because I'm a legal consultant and I do data management and I do data analysis. And so I have to have spreadsheets because with cases, it's easy to lose digital data. Like you have to know where it's at. You've got to have a system to sort it out. I'm going to continue to monitor everything. Okay. Well,
Well,
do you want an invite to my wedding or to the first foster child that I take in? Do you want to come hang out? Give me your address. Give me your phone number. I'll make it happen.
I'll tell it. You go ahead and you monitor everything.
I
I mean,
know. Bird, how bad is
unlike
that?
unlike Homeseth, I don't have anything to hide. I don't hide. I'm out in the open every day.
Oh, I troll Alex, but my real beef is with Levi and Mert. Well, you
Well,
know
that's
what's
a dead
hilarious
giveaway.
is Levi is not even fucking online. He's like doing his thing.
And what the hell did I do?
When am I getting married? Probably never. I don't believe in in marriage unless there's like a lot of assets. I think that marriage is I don't know. I don't see the use in it. It's a ritual, a spirit. He's spiritual, I'm not, and I don't believe we'll get married. Why? I've caught you in so many lies, Mert. Can you post them all, Jean, so that we can go through them? And I love calling you out, but you're not, because everything you put out there, you're like shot down. Is Levi? Yes, actually, he is. Yes, he is a Christian, and so's Kim. I'm the only heathen. And I believe in a higher power. It's just not Jesus, and that's okay. And if you say otherwise, then you are kind of being an oppressor. If you're someone that screams that you have the right to religion, but I also have the right from religion. So if we all stay in our lane, how's that a bad thing? Actually, yes. And her children go to Christian schools.
Twilight Jean is a sock. Uh,
Yeah.
Never heard of her before. We
Actually,
know who she is.
it's
And
probably Susan Ehrman in Virginia, because she likes to ask questions and is probably the only person in over a decade that has been obsessed with all of us. And Levi's underwear. I am rolling on the floor laughing. Well, then how are you still typing?
she must have seen herself in the mirror.
Yeah, but here, Levi is a Christian. Okay, Susan, let me ask you a question. Why is someone else's religious beliefs any of your goddamn business? Like, how does that affect your day-to-day life? Other than you don't like non-Christians or you question someone's religion. Because doesn't the Bible tell you not to do that? And that you need to stay in your own faith and help those who would want to be converted to Christ, but you shouldn't be shitting all over them? Yeah, Catherine, I absolutely agree. And if Jesus Christ were sitting in here on this chat with Mert and I, he would be very offended. Because even he said, stay in your fucking lane. But, they bastardized the Bible, which is hilarious because Alex was horrible to Kathy McHaley. Oh, really? How? Because I got her suspended for being an asshole on Twitter? How's that horrible? Fuck around and find out. I mean, if you're an asshole, why wasn't I suspended? Because I wasn't an asshole? I wasn't making threats? Summer, this is either Kathy or Susan.
Yeah, it's just one of the dewdrops. So
And Kathy lives in North Carolina right now, and she hates pine trees. Oh Lord, girl, you need to move back to New York. I mean, this is hilarious. It's pathetic at this point.
yeah, they're true selves are
Yeah, it's sad.
on the
It's really
internet for all
sad.
to see. Really.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I bought a new spell book. So I'm gonna put something in there. They find peace in their lives. I'll burn a candle so they find peace.
That'll work.
Yeah. They need to find something because, I mean, how long can this go? Can you imagine how freaking miserable? Like, I don't wake up every day and look online to see who said something shitty about me. I get up in the morning, I work from home, I work, I hang out with my little puppy, who is so much like Wilson, it is unbelievable. I have a relationship. I hang out with my family. I'm going to be buying a farm soon. But yet, here they are. posting trash on the internet because I don't know. Are they jealous?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're jealous of all of us.
I mean, it's sad.
You know, the degree they pay attention to this small channel with 18 people on it
Yeah,
is weird. Uh,
it's obsessive.
yeah,
It's
there's bigger
unhealthy.
there's much bigger critics of them out there besides me, and yet they pick
Well,
on me.
but why aren't they trying to help kids that they, scream about all the time? Are they helping foster kids? I mean, we have a foster child crisis in this country. They don't have homes. We have kids who are aging out of the system that don't even know what to do with their lives.
Yeah,
But nope, they want to bitch about it, but they're not actually doing anything to
yeah,
help the problem. But they want to shit talk us.
yeah. That's all they're capable of.
Yeah,
That's
which is, so
it's
we are better than you, Kathy / Susan, or whoever the fuck you are. Because here you are at 11:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, questioning someone's religion and calling someone a cougar and going off because people are in relationships and living their lives. But yet here you are. I'm
they've
gonna
been
go type
making
some
those
bullshit. I'm gonna
they've
go
been
type
making
some
those
bullshit.
claims forever, Sheila.
I
And
know.
this
It's
has been going
sad.
on. It's been going on for years, and it's all lies. I mean, they just
Kathy
uh,
McKaylee is another unfortunate looking human being who has no life, who spends her time on the internet fucking with people.
and Bill McConnell does not like her.
Oh
He's mad.
no.
He's mad at her.
Do you know, I've talked to Field. Shall I make my disclosure?
Yeah, you're free to do it.
Okay. So I was actually gonna go help take care of Field. Remember that, Mert?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember, boy. You know why?
Yeah. But I'm a piece of shit human being because I have no compassion, no empathy. Even if somebody's a piece of shit, if they need help, I'm going to help them. And Field knows what Tim and Randy did to him. Um, yes, I did not go there, but I was supposed to go take care of Field. Yes. And I've talked to Field several times. I talk to Paula all the time. But some things came up in my personal life that I was not able to go there, but I was very much planning to take Mia Wendell to Wisconsin and help Field out because he was having some issues. And he was very much looking forward to hanging out with Wendell, my little Jack Russell. Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
Probably.
he was so excited. He's like, "Can I take him on the tractor?" And I was like, "Yeah." He would love that. But yeah, I mean, I was going to go help Field. People can redeem themselves. There is such a thing as redemption, and I believe in it. Just because you're an asshole once doesn't mean that you can't see the light and redeem yourself. Yeah, Sheila, they like to clip, but they don't like to show it in context. And that's how they keep their dipshits hanging on to every word they say. But that's going to stop too, because again, as Goddess is my witness, their shit is coming down. Every platform that they have is going to be taken down.
Command post is calling in.
Oh, okay. Is it Randy or Alex?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
And it's hanging. Nothing yet. I wonder if this is a fake one or the real one.
I don't know.
It's hanging there. There's nothing happening yet.
Oh, she's probably like
She
fondling
went away.
herself. Yeah, she's
Went
fondling
away.
herself because she gets to talk to her. She's so weird. Like, she had the balls to call me and make threats, which that is what got her in trouble. I didn't press charges. The state of Ohio did because Randy called me and made threats, and I recorded it. And Timmy was with her, as much as he wants to say, I've never been to Ohio, but yet you dummies posted video on your BitChute channel driving down Route 7 1 mile from my home. I mean, ask Kathy McKaylee. Do you know Catherine?
Well, here she is again.
Paula! Honey! We were just talking about you. Is
Okay.
that, are they
Hi,
on?
Paula. Well, command post is showing on my screen, but she's not saying anything.
Aw, I'm not surprised because she's a pussy.
Hi, Paula.
Paula, I'm having some White Claws in honor of you and Field. Paula, I just disclosed that I was supposed to be going to Wisconsin to take care of Field, but I had some personal issues come up. And so now they're probably all going to be like clutching their pearls.
Command post, you gotta unmute your mic if you're gonna talk.
Yeah, come on. Quit being an ass. Why don't they know technology?
I don't know. Maybe PWS Builder needs to do it for them.
And Paula, they called me a cougar.
Oh, now the mic is on. Come on.
Okay, come on. We're waiting. Yeah, we need the Jeopardy music right now.
Yeah, but it's copyrighted, so I can't do that.
Okay. Burn
Not
near,
like.
near, 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 near.
There we go.
Near, 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 near. Near.
Little guitar twang there.
That's right.
That's weird. I wonder why she's doing that.
Because they're weird.
Yep, she muted again.
Oh, of course. Oh,
well,
Paula, you've missed so much.
We got command post, which is what that blank thing is up there next to my press credentials. And it says command post, but they're not doing anything. They're just kind of sitting there. And so, not quite getting what's going on here. Because they don't need to be on the air to listen to my show.
Yeah.
So there's.
Come on, command post. Come on, Randall. Randall, you manly looking woman, you. You unfortunate looking woman.
Losing your audio again.
I know, because I stood up.
Oh.
I have to go I've got to take my contacts out. Hi, Wendell.
Oh, got company.
Oh, are they back? Are they going to talk?
Nope.
Good grief.
Nope, it's just hanging there. Big black people in my block.
Oh my God, I took my contacts out without a mirror. I'm so proud of myself. I know. Woohoo! I got both of them without a mirror. So proud of myself. Because I have to tell you, it took me so long to be able to stick them in my eyes. Like, I had to have my sister-in-law come down here and shove them in.
Oh, boy.
It was terrible. Yeah. And so I have to like start taking these shots. And I don't think I can give myself a shot. So I'm going to make my family come down here. Because I'm a wuss.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, this for some reason they want this thing up here in the middle of my screen, but nothing's going on.
I don't know, but I'm freaking cracking up at my picture there. And my boyfriend hates that picture of me.
It is a cheery little thing.
Yeah, it is. It's like, "Pah! I've had it." Paula has seen pictures of my boyfriend, haven't you, Paula? Paula, they asked me if he was a hot blue collar worker, and yes, actually, he's very freaking hot. Yeah, he's very hot. He's very hot. Yep. But he likes Trump, you know. That's our only thing. Yes, Catherine. Yeah, he is very built. Oh, my Lord. Paula, don't get me thinking about this because he's in West Texas in the oil fields right now, and I'm not going to see him for a little bit. But yeah, he's very handsome and very well built. He's very sweet. And he tells me to shut the fuck up when I need to shut the fuck up. So that's good. That's a good thing.
Oh, they
Oh,
muted again.
aw.
Won't leave, but she muted.
Yeah, of course, because she's a pussy. You know, I've offered to have conversations with these people. I mean, what else do what do they want?
I don't know. They want attention, but no accountability.
Yeah, I mean, I will be civil. And Paula, Nathan is hot too. And I've talked to Nathan.
What the hell is that?
I don't even know. It's probably Timmy after he had Randy dress up as Haley Cummings.
Mm-hmm. That was weird. Sounds like an air horn with laryngitis.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine being these two traveling? Dirty butt Tim not changing his underwear.
Oh, here we go again. That was weird.
Yes, Paula, Nathan is super hot too.
Oh my God.
It's too bad they're such cowards though, Mert. You know, they like to talk a lot of crap, but you know, when there is dialogue on the table, come on, you know, let's chat about this. They can't do it.
That is amazing.
That's Timmy's stupid chicken video. I would say he's choking his chicken, but we all know that he's probably a micropeen.
He has to find it first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was it back in the 80s with tweezers?
Mm.
Yeah. But again, he has a surprise coming next week. Would I give him till Monday midnight to remove the shit?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. And then I'm going to file a police report. And, you know, I generally don't give warnings, but Tim, this is it. Remove everything about me as per the court order. You can go read it. And if you don't, then I guess you're going to have another warrant and potentially felony charges against you because I am pushing for felony charges, bitch. Paula, he can't pull his pud because he doesn't have any.
That is weird, man.
And I totally see Tim. Tim is a bottom. definitely. Who probably goes to truck stop glory holes.
Well, they clocked out. I guess they were tired of like
Aww.
that was well, that was weird, man. I don't know
I mean,
what
we all know that he doesn't like anyone that isn't wearing like onesies and a diaper. Just saying. In my opinion.
worthy opinion. That was
Yes. In my opinion, because then it's not defamation. It's my opinion.
mm-hmm. That was okay. That's a nice note to sign off on, guys, because I've got early wheels up, so I
Yep.
got to get prepared for tomorrow. And so,
Hey, Mert, before you end,
yeah.
what's the status on Neely's trial?
Okay, Neely's trial is still on track for near the end of June. It's right around the 23rd, I believe. I'd have to check my notes again. The lawyer for Neely just filed that he needs to be excused from coming into court from now until around just before trial because he's got two cases he's trying over in Tampa.
Okay, so what about getting a media live stream or audio?
I don't think the court's going to allow it. They don't have the facilities for it. There's a couple of media sources over in Tampa that I'm talking to see if they're going to do a pool, but I haven't got an answer yet. They haven't decided.
Okay, have you reached out to Will Summer, who is now with the Washington Post?
I've talked to Will on occasion, so he knows.
Okay.
You know,
Why not talk to him since he has covered this basically exclusively for Daily Beast, and he's with WAPO now.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do, what I've done with him is I've sent messages to him that I'll keep him updated during the trial.
Okay. Do you care if I send him a message and ask if he can inquire about a media stream?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that this has garnered enough publicity and interest that have you reached out to Law and Crime?
That was my next contact, actually, to talk to those people. Now that is a subscription service, but
it is kind of sorta. It is kind of sorta. So like some they do free, like Letitia Stout, the Gallons Gannon Stout case, that was a freebie.
Yeah, and they've been covering the Doomsday Cult, I believe.
Yes.
And they have just adjudicated her guilty on 4 or 5 counts.
Yes, and the judge allowed them to do the verdict live stream, but he was protecting her. They would not allow cameras during the trial.
Yeah.
Let me send an email to someone that I know over there and ask if they would be interested in covering this to try to get a media stream.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it off here, but I'll do what I can to reach out to my network and see if we can't. Do you have to file a motion or anything? What's the procedure over there?
No, I would just contact the media department, media relations at the courthouse, and they would decide what to do.
Okay, can you check and see in the past if a motion has ever been filed for media coverage?
It probably has for major cases that were tried over there. So
okay.
I don't know that I can find out from I can check with the state attorney's office that I'm working with and find that out.
Check with them, because if it needs to be a motion to request that, I will help you prepare it.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to do that fairly quick because the trial's in a month. So
yeah. Okay, we'll do that. We'll talk after this, but I will, always I will help you with my legal expertise as much as I can.
All right, Alex. Thanks a lot. And everybody, thank you. I'm going to.
And thank everyone that they did not have to look on my ass or my boobies tonight.
Yeah, it was a more tame show tonight. We got to hear.
I know. We got to hear the chicken call, I guess.
And one last.
And I got called a cougar. So, hey,
we got
I'm going to screenshot that.
Got one last call here.
Okay.
All right.
Who we got?
Oh, here we go again.
There's a South Park episode called Chicken Fuckers, and I believe that's them.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, Chicken Fuckers. It's probably Randy. It's probably Randy. And on my parting notes, I will say, Randy, your Florida broker's license is toast, honey. And next up is Minnesota. And as much as you give Mert shit about getting a job at Walmart as a greeter, you're not even going to be able to do that. So that's my promise.
Yeah, Walmarts don't hire convicted felons. So
yeah, they don't. They also don't hire assholes.
Nope.
And I'm an asshole detector.
Yep. All right, Alex.
All right, Mert. Good talking to you. Get in touch with me. Let's get this stream for the. Yes, Paula, her license is, quote, fucking toast. And I will be testifying at her administrative hearing. So she's done. She won't even be able to rent her properties in Florida without a broker's license. So I don't know what she's going to do about that. And then Craig is going to take him in his judgment. So, Paula, we are going to be having a party at Randy's condo and live streaming it. Mert's going to be there, me and Levi. You can come down and we'll all party at Randy's place and do a live stream and drink. Yeah, that'll teach her. All right, Mert, I'll see you. I got to send a message to my hun babe.
Okay, tell him hi.
I will.
All right.
I'll see you.
All right,
bye.
Okay, now let's see. All right, everybody. Well, this made for an interesting night. We even had sound effects tonight. Rather weird. But anyway, and go visit my dead guy over on Twitter. And, you know, the dead guy will eventually be. I'm going to put the link in here one last time before I log off. And yeah, go over and follow the dead guy. And as soon as me and the dead guy can get things figured out, we're going to start using that account and be doing some interesting things with Mr. Dead Guy. And it seems Tim Holmseth's got the dead guy's attention, so we are going to have a conversation between me, the dead guy, and talking about Mr. Holmseth. So stay tuned for that one. And so please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share. And I will be back again sometime. Good night, y'all.